Welcome to Buzzi Unicem USA Signal Mountain Plant. We want your visit to our plant to be a pleasant one. Most importantly, we want your visit to be a safe one. Therefore, it is imperative you understand and abide by our rules while you visit or work in our plant. All visitors and contractors entering these premises may encounter various hazards. This presentation identifies those hazards and the procedures necessary to avoid them. You are not authorized to enter upon company property until you have read and signed the notice that accompanies this video presentation. Your signature indicates that you understand and agree to comply with the requirements presented in this video. A long, continuous siren that increases in pitch as it continues indicates a plug in the preheater tower. When this is heard, you should get clear of the preheater, kill, burning floor, clinker cooler, and clinker transport areas. If you are working on one of the levels of the preheater tower, look around on the level you are at for any material coming out. If material is exiting any equipment, then you want to exit that level by proceeding to the stairs located on the south concrete pier. Once on the stairs, you need to go up to the next safe level. Do not go down the stairs, and do not use the elevator. Do not return to work until the all clear is given by the control room. The cooler and kill building only has 2 floors. When the pluggage alarm is heard, exit the building and contact the control room before re-entering. A fan speed deviation alarm has been installed as an early warning system. 2 alarms have been installed to alert employees of a fan speed deviation. One is in the preheater tower, and the other is on the burner floor. If the alarm sounds, it does not mean that the system has gone positive or is plugged. It means that the fan speed has deviated approximately 7% from the set point. If you hear this alarm, back away from the riser or burner. If the CO2 fire suppression system is activated, the coke mill could become contaminated with CO2. If the alarm is sounded, you must leave the area immediately and do not re-enter until the atmosphere has been checked with an oxygen analyzer. Stay clear of moving machinery when an alarm or horn is sounded. The control room can start and stop most equipment in the plant. All conveyors are equipped with start alarms and safety pull cables. These cables will stop and disable the belt until the safety switch is manually reset at the belt. Observe proper traffic patterns and obey all traffic signs and speed warnings. Do not exceed 5 miles per hour in the plant, and remember that loaded haul trucks always have the right-of-way. Seat belts must be worn in all mobile equipment. Riding in the bed of pickup trucks or any piece of mobile equipment without a seat and seat belt is prohibited. There are several types of powered and non-powered haulage equipment on site. Front-end loaders, commercial trucks, forklifts, dump trucks, water trucks, and rail cars. Please be extra careful when operating or standing near this equipment. Be alert and remain clear of moving machinery. Make sure the mobile equipment operator knows where you are, and be sure to make eye contact with them before entering the area of operation. No work can be performed on moving machinery parts if the equipment is not locked out. This includes cleaning below the conveyor. Exercise care when stepping over or around any obstacle, or when walking in work areas or on stairways. Use the handrails if you are traveling on a walkway. Wear safety glasses or goggles at all times in work areas. Goggles or a face shield must be worn when using an acetylene cutting torch. A face shield must be worn when working around an open preheater port or when using a grinder. Should you have an accident, portable eye wash stations are located throughout the plant and are identified by an eye wash station sign. A hard hat must be worn at all times in the work area. Other safety equipment will be worn with, not instead of, a hard hat. Barricades and danger tape must be used in all areas where overhead work takes place. Wear approved steel-toed safety footwear to protect your feet while performing any work task, and look for incorrectly stored or stacked material. No object weighing more than 25 pounds may be launched, thrown, or pushed from an elevated work surface. If the object is more than 25 pounds, you must use a hoist, rope, or elevator to control the descent of the object to the ground. Use correct lifting procedures and obtain help for heavy weights. Follow reasonable lifting procedures by minimizing reaching, twisting, etc., and use mechanical lifting aids if necessary. Position lifting aids so they are convenient to use, and avoid jerking on loads and tools. Always use correct lifting procedures and get help for objects weighing more than 50 pounds. Wear a respirator in areas designated as respiratory protection areas, in dusty areas, or inquire as to their need. Do not climb over or under conveyor belts, and only cross conveyors at designated places with crossover ramps. Use the reach up and touch it rule, unless the conveyor is locked out. Do not walk under a conveyor if you can reach up and touch it. Do not climb in or around the gamma metric material analyzer or the X-ray analyzer unless authorized to do so by the radiation safety officer. When the equipment is running, wear hearing protection in areas posted with the sign, "Caution, hearing protection must be worn in this area." All entrances and exits of high noise areas are posted with hearing protection required signage. There are several locations throughout the plant where hearing protection dispenser boxes are located. Do not smoke or use any flame-producing device in posted areas. A posted area is fuel storage, including gasoline or diesel, or compressed gas cylinder storage areas. Avoid prolonged stays in areas where there is a strong concentration of welding fumes or engine exhausts. Welding respirators should be worn at all times when welding. No smoking or open flame signs are posted in stationary storage areas for compressed gas cylinders. Portable cylinder carts must have no smoking or open flame signs posted on them as well. Use proper methods when handling compressed gas cylinders. Cylinders must be secured against falling or being knocked over. Keep cylinders upright with the cap on when not being used, and keep oil and grease away from oxygen bottle regulators. When not in use, cylinders must be valved off and bled down. All cylinders must be labeled with the type of gas. Do not work on any energized equipment. Energized includes electrical, hydraulic, water, air, or any other stored energy. A plant supervisor and the control room must be involved anytime a lockout must be performed. Your plant host can assist with this important procedure. Remember to select and use proper tools. Using an improper tool to complete a task can lead to injury. All side grinders must have a guard. Ground plugs must not be cut off, and all cords must be in good repair. To work in any area designated as a confined space, a permit must be completed and posted at the entrance of the confined space. The permit must be signed by the supervisor and a copy of the permit given to the control room. All employees entering a confined space will wear a full-body safety harness. When working in any high place or platform that does not have handrails, mid-rails, complete decking, and tow boards, a safety harness and lanyard properly attached to a suitable anchorage point must be used at all times. Anytime your feet are 6 feet or more off the ground, you must have a full body harness on and have it properly secured. Avoid extreme weather conditions such as thunderstorms, rain, hail, and wind. When possible, snow and/or ice must be removed or treated to give safe footing. In the event we have a tornado imminent to the plant location, we will radio a warning over our radio system. There are 4 locations to proceed to for shelter: the tunnel beneath the raw material storage building, the first floor of the operations building, the generator room beneath the kill, and the tunnels under the cement storage silos. Unescorted trips through the plant are not permitted and can be hazardous. Unauthorized use of company equipment is prohibited. Contractors working on company property must observe MSHA and company safety standards. Contractors also must maintain their tools and equipment in good condition. Equipment should be equipped with proper safety devices, rollover protection, backup alarms, and be operated by qualified individuals. Contractors must have documentation showing they have received at least 8 hours of safety training within the last 12 months. Contractors must conduct and document pre-use mobile equipment inspections and a pre-job inspection. A first aid room is located adjacent to the plant control room. If an injury occurs on company property, first aid is available. If a serious or life-threatening injury occurs, do not call 911. Find someone with a radio and tell him or her about the injury. If you are near a plant phone, dial 880, which calls the control room, and inform whomever answers that an injury has occurred. Be as specific as possible about the location of the injured person. If an emergency or evacuation situation arises at the Signal Mountain plant, such as an explosion or natural disaster, you should meet at the south side of Suck Creek Road at Gate D. If it is unsafe to meet at Gate D, then you should exit the site, head east on Suck Creek Road, and then south on Signal Mountain Boulevard until you reach the Bilo parking lot. As part of this presentation, you should have been given a site-specific hazard awareness training checklist, which summarizes our rules. On the back page of this document, print your name, date, company name, and company supervisor. By completing the requested information, you are agreeing to comply with our site rules and requirements. You are here to provide us with a service. Anything we can do to help you perform your job safely is in our best interest. If you have a question or safety concern, please inform your plant contact. We want you to have a safe visit so you can return home safely.